Howdy, everybody. We're live. Let me adjust the camera quick. There we go. So now you can see everything. There you go. Should be nice and framed up. Um, well, howdy, howdy. Happy Friday, everybody. Um, Tonight we're doing a feast for sailing of Ra in Heliopolis. Of course, Heliopolis, or it apparently was referred to in the Bible as On, which is kind of close to the how the name was probably pronounced. But it's funny, we know a lot about sailing feasts for different deities, but it's not that often that something turns up specifically relating to Heliopolis. But when it does, that's um, we know it had to be something very important back in the day, because Heliopolis was a very old and very well established cult center, is the way that historians refer to it. Darren, you are sitting there and just cracking up for some reason. What?
All I can think of is I'm on a boat.
Oh,
but I won't say the other.
yeah. That was a rap, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, he is on a boat. Um, and what we have on the altar, of course, is the little boat that he has of his own. But this piece I picked up a couple of years ago at an exhibit in Houston, and it's a little replica. And I tell you what, I'll bring it to the camera so you guys can see it. It's a little miniature of. Oh, hey, you made it. Cool. But yeah, of Khufu's boat, and this was found in the 1950s at the base of the Great Pyramid. And he actually has two, but the first one that they found was hermetically sealed, and it was in excellent condition. They said you could smell the cedar when they opened it up. And it took them like 10 or 15 years to reassemble it, but there's, the big boat exhibit. They just moved it. And I think where they have it now is accessible. I'd have to find out, because I would love for us to both go and see that. But they reassembled it using like ropes and planks and the things that the ancient Egyptians would have had. There were no modern materials, so they didn't go to Lowe's for anything on that. It's just as well. So basically, he had two. Khufu was buried with two boats, and we think those might have been one for the day bark and one for the night. And so we have his day bark so he can sail along with Ra, which is what that was probably intended for in the first place. So, and you know what? We're also honoring Khepri. So, and since Khepri is an aspect of Ra, what I need to do is get. Some of you guys will probably recognize this, because this little Khepri scarab came with that Barnes & Noble Book of the Dead that they put out around 2010. And I'll bring that to where you guys can see it as well. So they included the scarab, and I said, oh, well, there's Khepri. So we're going to put him. Let's see, I guess we can, try to make sure the boat stays balanced, because we also need a space for Ma'at, because she'll be joining him on the boat soon. So there we go. Yeah. Yeah, he's 190. He's on a boat, y'all. Hermetically sealed, Yes, and drop a like on the way in, everybody. He has a crowded boat. Well, hopefully there's always room for one more on the boat, the Bark of Millions. So,
yes. When the Cajuns start hitting it, it's going to become a party barge.
Funny you should say that, because the little wooden boat that I got here, it actually came from a Cajun gift shop. That there's somebody in the area who makes them, and they're supposed to be pirogues, which are little Cajun canoes. I just take them and paint them up to look like Egyptian, reed rats. So adapting local materials. But yeah, and I believe Ramadan is also starting.
It is.
Yeah. So of course we don't observe that, but since it's relevant, I can share with you. You might remember because a few years ago I did a how-to guide talking about Ramadan lights and the connection with lamps used in ancient Egypt. And I honestly think that if they'd have had the technology, because clear glass didn't exist, that they couldn't make it until late Roman times. But if they could have, they probably would have been making nifty things way back then. But I showed an example of a lamp that was mass produced in China. Well, I since took it and customized it. And so with a little spray paint and some plexiglass. Let's see if you guys can see that. Actually, I need to put it to where you can. So that's hang on, can you see that? Because you've got this is the Matrix. This is from the original Transformers. So you've got Galvatron and Hot Rod and then Starscream and a little LED light to go in here. So, and when the power goes out, it's a nice little touch. We put it in the back bedroom. So there we go. It's our custom Ramadan lamp. So you guys would probably appreciate that. So can you see the Matrix? Nice. But yeah, so enough show and tell. We have Darren here, so we can get started. And do you want to break from the cold waters if you've been having trouble with?
No, I do this for them too.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned about you. Darren's been having kind of a tough day today because one of the things that cerebral palsy can cause is spasticity, and when you have muscles that get tight and they decide to spasm, it's not cool. So he's been having kind of a tough day with that. So we want to extend some love because we want you feeling better. So. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Stefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O you natural. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we have cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Didn't seem like it was that bad.
It says you.
It says you. Okay, what? Oh, I know what that was. Tell you what, since we're talking about Ramadan lamps, I can give you a comparison real quick, because this, of course, is your Chinese mass-produced thing, and this is a genuine one made in Egypt, and it has the Made in Egypt sticker on it.
And a candle in it.
Well, actually, what I did here, and this is the kind of thing, if anybody decides to get something like this, because they're fun, and you can support, Egyptian artisans that way. If you put a real candle in there, the metal and the glass would get rather hot. So what I do instead is, this is a little LED pillar candle. And
And I have to say, that is a gorgeous lamp. I
Oh
just
yeah,
love it.
yeah, it's wonderful. And there we go. I want to find someplace nice to hang it, other than where I've been hanging it, because it seems like kind of a cheap place to put it. But um, in the meantime, this will be great. If the power goes out, we can weather the blackout elegantly. But in the meantime, um, we'll show a little solidarity with all the folks that are, celebrating. One thing to consider, if you ever get a chance to visit Egypt, from what I've read, things close a little early during the month of Ramadan, and you have to be patient with people because observant Muslims are going to be fasting all day. So if you go and this applies here, in the rest of the world too. If somebody is waiting on you, or they're working, and it's during the day, they're fasting, so cut them a little slack, because they're taking care of you while they haven't eaten anything all
So
day.
it's just before sunrise.
Right? Yeah.
That also includes water.
Yeah.
No.
Huh? Well,
No,
actually,
they can drink water.
Well, I don't know. I think that might be excluded too. But either way, be patient with them, because they're you know uh they're working extra hard.
Yeah.
So um and it's funny, one of our fortunes at Egyptian New Year said, respect people's dietary restrictions. So we want to be polite to them.
Right. Don't go chowing down during, the fasting times at Ramadan in front of them. Certainly don't bring them like a pork chop sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, real quick before I light the candles, let's see. The part of the cha-cha slide where it goes, everybody clap your hands. So now everybody's on a boat. Clap, clap, clap. But well, actually, what's really funny with that, we know one of the gentlemen that own a a market, a Middle Eastern grocery in town. Praise shoot. And he was kind of teasing the kids that would come in, because their parents would bring them in after school, and he would ask the kids, hey, have you been fasting for Ramadan? And then it'd make them stop, because children are exempt, but it's how close are you paying attention?
Well, that means I'm a kid at heart.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Got a million Toys R Us that I can play with. If anybody can type in the next line of that without Googling it, I will send you a fresh, warm hug.
In the meantime, come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Bless you. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Yeah, I wonder if the air quality is still iffy or something. Because apparently there was a lot of ground level ozone today. But at least where we are. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. To everyone who is tuning in with us now, and has been with us in the past and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we're going to light our candle for Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing to all those who need it. And particularly those that suffer from hay fever, because we're approaching the pollen month down here in the extreme reaches of south. I think, well, the pine trees will start their thing in about a week or so. And related to that, we'll light our candle for Mahes, that he may protect those who are in the path of severe weather, which is also coming next week. So may the Scarlet Lord, the flashing and thundering God, defend us as he defends Ra from his wicked foes. Yeah, I think Darren will be joining us again once he's gotten the sciences a little better off. You arise in the Akhetas Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Khepri. You lords of love and lords of life, grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. May you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyunatru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyunatru, that you may be purified with it. Get out of frankincense. We give you incense. Give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oyunatru, we give to you this eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which God lives. This bread is the eye of Horus, O you Metru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O you Metru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. There we are. Yes, and those of us in the northern hemisphere are going to be able to plant gardens pretty soon. I'm already starting, but again, I'm pretty far south. Over the next couple of months, that'll apply to other people as well. So may all the gardens prosper this year. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Khepri, Sekhmet, and Mahes. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra and for Khepri, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Khepri. Come to your bodies, O you Netru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Okay, time to lift creatively here. Okay. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra Horeketi and before Khepri. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Yeah, I have to lift the tray very carefully anytime that I have someone on a boat, because the prow of the boat kind of comes out over the altar a little bit, and so, I don't want to have things bump into each other. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkeprera, your foes retreat from you, and Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus, that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Oh. I guess somebody was thirsty. Horekruta henket kakao abdus nashrimahat. Kod never nofre weber alched nashrim. And cow nachupunibu machrunibu hiron nashra. A voice offering, bread and beer, thousand of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And it was requested that I include somebody. There's one of our members, Mark Duke. He has an altar group on Facebook, and there was a member there who was Druid, but she passed away just recently, and she had been part of that group for a while, and he said he's been taking it kind of hard. So we want to remember her, and I guess Gene Hackman, his wife, and dog all flew west under mysterious circumstances. They're still trying to figure that out.
Yes, they are.
And of course, you would probably know Gene Hackman as like the bad guy in a number of Western movies.
Unforgiven, but you might also know him as Lex Luthor
from the original Superman
movie in '78.
Yeah, with Christopher Reeve. That's my car.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless him and his family in this time.
Yeah. And all I can say is, you know what? I hope they were hand in hand, so they went west
with their dog with them.
Yeah. But and hey, thank you for the super sticker. Oh goodness! You know what? I have to say, with a greenhouse, the idea of communal garden. I have to say, with a greenhouse, let me share a bit of experience on that, because I have a rather nice framework for a greenhouse. And when I inherited it, when we moved in here, the plexiglass glazing on it had baked in the sun and gotten brittle and had holes all in it. So for the first couple of years, it was basically a wasp cabana. Managed to get that off and tried glazing it with visqueen. Well, same problem. Unless you use some real glass, anything plastic is going to break down after a while, because he likes to beat the crap out of.
And if the sun doesn't kill it, the first good rainstorm and wind will.
Oh yeah. What raw starts, the south wind finishes. But the other thing that I noticed with it is, okay, glazing is one issue. Once you have that, it only helps extend things a little bit. If you want to really keep plants warm and substantially warmer than the outside air, then you have to make technically a hothouse, which means you have some source of heat in there as well to protect it through cold snaps. And I think somebody was trying to do that. It's just the way they did it. I think what happened was they had run an extension cord from somewhere else and then had a wall socket. And I'm like, what in the did you do? Because people will do crazy wiring jobs. And, when you move into a house, you figure that out. And so you have to straighten all that out. But yeah, so there are some challenges to having a greenhouse, and just keep those in mind when you go to make one. That's my bit of advice. So having said that, now we come unto you. As Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. This fet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Alrighty. So we'll read a few things for Ra. Here we are. Now come to be the words of the Lord of all. I am a tomb when I was alone. I came into being in noon. I am Ra in his rising, in the beginning ruling that which he has made. I am the great God who came into being himself. The waters, noon, the father of the gods. And of course, keep in mind when there's some punning here because Enoch Natsra'ach Kapra Joseph is also saying Khepri, who came into being. But what does that mean? It is Ra who created the names of his limbs. They have come into being. They have come into being as gods and Ra's suite. I am unopposed among the gods. I am yesterday. I know tomorrow. What does it mean? Yesterday is Osiris. Tomorrow is Ra. On that day of destroying the wicked foes of the Lord of all, of crowning his son Horus. I made the battleground of the gods, as Osiris, Lord of the western desert, commanded. I know the great God who is in it. I am the great phoenix who is in Yenu. I am the overseer of that which exists. What does it mean? It is Osiris. Otherwise said, that which exists is his body. In other words, it is eternal renewal and everlastingness. Eternal renewal, Neheh, is the day. Everlastingness, Jet, is the night. I am Min in his going forth. I have placed the dual plumes on my head. I am the great cat who split the Ished on its side in Yenu on that night of war, of warding off the rebels on that day on which were destroyed the wicked foes of the Lord of all. What does that mean? The great cat who split the Ished on its side in Yenu is Ra himself, called Cat, when Sia said of him, how like him by what he has done. Misunnan irnef, kaparanefimniu. His name became Cat. Wrongdoing is overthrown and evil is destroyed. I have seen Ra born from the hindquarters of the great flood. If he is well, then I am well, and vice versa. And a couple of other prayers. Hail to you, O Ra, in your life and goodness on your thrones and your daises. Bring to us life and prosperity, health and happiness, clothing and food, that we may partake of them. Like Jehuti, may we see you when you go forth in the sunbark and shine upon the twin horizons. Nema. Heaven is pure for Ra, the earth is pure for Horus, and every god and goddess between them is pure, and we worship them. Alrighty. Something kind of interesting happened as I was getting cookies ready for this evening. Actually, that happened this afternoon because I think the box just kind of fell over. It might have startled our poor duck. She's sleeping right now. But one of them came out, so I set it aside because I think this was meant to be our cookie for everyone. So, just gonna take a check. Okay, I see you. Yeah. Hey, Kingston Babe Music, good to see you. Yes, yeah. The thing, don't like the weather. Just wait a few minutes; it'll get worse. Yeah. That we say that down here too. But you know what? Certainly we can. We've come to the right place to ask for blessings and to get through the end of winter because a lot of people who suffer from seasonal affective disorder, and even if it's not, specifically identified as such, just feeling down because it's the end of winter and it's cold and dreary and, we want a return of the light. We want to see more of Ra during the day. And so we ask him to, bring a little sunshine to everybody who's missing him. But let's go ahead and open our cookie for everyone. So if anyone's tuning in after the fact, this is for you too. And oftentimes this gives us kind of a barometer of where the messages are going for the evening. Cherish the love that surrounds you. It's a testament to your heart's capacity to remember. And this sounds like raw advice. Cherish the love that surrounds you. It's a testament to your heart's capacity to remember. And that's meant, actually I need to put this one right here. That's not meant to be humorous. I'm saying that he tends to kind of give that sort of advice. But all right, we're going to start with our cookies here. And okay, see the Discord cookies, and and sarcastic because you're kind enough to be relaying that for the folks that are on Discord, in real time. I'm you're getting one whether you want it or not. but yeah. So we're going to start with Kit Fox and then Ashley Spradley asking for Sekhmet. So Kit Fox. To be wise is to learn from your experiences. So Kit Fox, to be wise is to learn from your experiences. And Ashley Spradley had asked for one from Mama Sekhmet. There we go. Okay. Your patience will be your greatest asset. So, Ashley, your patience will be your greatest asset.
And if you're not patient, guess what you get to learn? But when you have, it'll be an asset.
Ari is busy learning some more tech wizard Hika, and would like one if we have time. Absolutely. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so that's Ashley. Next is Freyla. Oh, just a little bit of realization, a thought that I figured I would share with you guys, because duality is a major motif in Egyptian religion. You have, the two lands, and twin deities. One way we might consider, because in the two lands that they referred to were Upper and Lower Egypt. Of course, at that point that's very location specific. But has anyone considered that maybe two realms in modern parlance could be analog and digital? And I was thinking about this because we have to find a balance in our lives between the two, between the real world, the analog, and then of course, digital, the online life. Because, if, we unfortunately cannot live without, digital. I mean, think about what we're doing right now. The whole reason why we're all together is because the internet allows us to be. So that's necessary, but we can't let it get out of balance. So the balance of the two realms in our world would be, as I said, analog and digital. So I guess that would make Horus the, representing, the analog, the physical world, and Jehuti representing technology,
right,
in the digital world. So, just a thought. Okay, Thralo, and then Lisa G. Also asking for segment. Oh. Thralo. May your life be a masterpiece painted with the colors of blessings. Thralo, may your life be a masterpiece painted with the colors of blessings. And Lisa G asking from Mama Sekhmet. Oh, that sounds empty. Lisa G, your intuition will guide you to success. Your intuition will guide you to success. So follow it. Okay, Amanda Barrett, pretty please. You most certainly may. So Amanda. Your upcoming trip will lead you to make new friends. So, Amanda Barrett, your upcoming trip will lead you to make new friends. And if you're not taking a trip, well, there might be a surprise coming. Your upcoming trip will lead you to make new friends. Okay. Alrighty. All right, Robin Penn. Oh, good. And I would have asked the same thing, Kid Fox. Has the little one. I'm glad she's doing well. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come back to the Discord cookies, but I'm gonna give Robin Penn, and then Aloni. And just scroll down a little bit. So Robin. Tonight you'll receive an unexpected gift. So Robin, tonight you'll receive an unexpected gift. Of course, that could be Saturday night too, since it's already into Friday night, but you will receive an unexpected gift. So, Robin, that was for you, and Aloni. Your life will be a river of blessings and opportunities. Said as Ra is sailing in his bark. How appropriate. So, Aloni, your life will be a river of blessings and opportunities. May a Nile of blessings flow your way. Yes, and I know you were asking from Set and from Jehuti, but I get the sense that the big boss stepped in, so let me get this one. And Mary Flipwet from the Jackals. So. Don't wait for success. Start ahead without it. So, Mary Flipwet, don't wait for success. Start ahead without it. And I tell you what, I've gotten that fortune before too. So, yeah, start working independently on your own, and things will start moving in the direction they need to. Don't wait for success. Start ahead without it. Okay. Okay, so one eye, and then B. Pretty please. That's from Mother May I? Yes, you may. So one eye, and then B. One eye. You will be fortunate in your family life. You will be fortunate in your family life. And I get the sense that he would be saying, don't worry about yesterday. Worry about today and tomorrow. Remember, yesterday is Osiris. That's done. Tomorrow is Ra. And when it comes to your family life, you're saying you will be fortunate. So look ahead to good tidings. Now, B, say pretty please. Embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. B, embrace Mondays as a fresh start to chase your aspirations. Now, I have to say, there's something that I'm noticing. Of course, pardon me, I tend to work with Ra a lot, and this all matches with the kind of advice that he tends to give, because he tends to tell you, you'll be like, oh, I'm worried about da 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 da. He said, no, you focus on right now. Focus on what's in front of you. And a lot of times the things that he has to say have to do with keeping a clear head and, thinking about your thinking, because if you consider what he said here, cherish the love that surrounds you. It's a testament to your heart's capacity to remember. And of course, remember, for them, the heart was the seat of intelligence. So that's another aspect to it. And with the thing about Mondays, Embrace that as an opportunity to chase your aspirations. What do we like to say about Mondays, especially when you're working? Oh, Mondays are terrible. Da, da, da. No, don't look at it that way. He's saying Monday's a fresh start for you to keep doing the things that are necessary to bring you to where you really want to be. So think about your priorities and, how does your job serve you? Not how do you serve your job? How does your job serve you? I think that seems like the kind of advice that he would give. And that's how I see it fitting with that fortune. Okay, so Ori and then King Shabib music. So Ori, glad to hear from you tonight. I know you've been having a tough time. We need to send some love Ori's way. And your fortune. Happiness will be found in the little things. Happiness will be found in the little things.
Believe me, that's true.
What was that line from The Crow?
Nothing is trivial.
Yeah, about nothing is trivial. Yeah. Of course, when we say The Crow, we're talking about the original, not the remake that nobody saw. So, Ori, that was for you. And then King Shabib music. Glad to have you back. Hope you're doing well. Your success will be a testament to your perseverance. So, King Shabib music, your success will be a testament to your perseverance.
Keep it up, man.
Yeah, hang in there.
Go.
Yes, hang in there. Don't let go. Your success will be a testament to your perseverance. Okay, thanks for that link to the Discord server. Nah, magicians are rude. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ori, I was gonna ask you if it was okay if I mentioned that because we need to offer some prayers and condolences because Ori lost a pet this week.
Oh,
So,
we know how that is.
yeah. 2 months ago, that was us too. So,
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get our Discord cookies, and if anybody else is got a request, just put that icon up there, and we'll make sure that everybody. Again, a music reference. Don't stop till you get enough. Yeah. But so Discord cookies starting with Astra, and then Lud, and then Jed Khan Hut. And Mythwood. So, starting with Astra. Oh, I guess Astra got some voicemail. So, this is the first one for Astra. Organize your life around your dreams and watch them come true. Organize your life around your dreams, dash, and watch them come true. So that was the first one for Astra. And I'll give you a second to type that out because they have another one. It's kind of going back to what I was saying about don't think about how you serve your work. Think about how your work serves you. But the second one, your funny anecdotes will bring happiness to others. So again, those are for Astra. Organize your life around your dreams and watch them come true. And the second one is your funny anecdotes will bring happiness to others. So I'll give you a sec to transcribe those. And the next one, that was Astra. Next is Lud. So we're going from stars to light. So I think that's light in some language or another. All right. I guess Lud got some voicemail as well. Darren, remind me, I'm going to save these cookies so you can put them over that ice cream. You don't want to try that?
Right now, I'm just enjoying that ice cream on its own.
Oh, okay.
That's one of those few things from childhood that I took a bite of that for the first time the other day, and I was right there.
Okay. So yeah, Darren grew up with a flavor of Bluebell ice cream called Tin Roof or Tin Roof Sundae, and it's back for a limited time.
It is amazing. Now, if you want to drop ship me one, like, express overnight,
Oh, God.
I'll put the half gallon in the big freezer.
God, how would you even do that? I don't
know.
I don't either. All right. For Lud, voicemail. The first one. Your July decisions will shape your destiny.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. I'd have to go back and look in my photos to see where this was, but there was a fortune that we all got sometime in December that spoke ahead to July and things happening then. So, around what we're on pet, this year, something's going to go on. And then August, September, it's going to be really positive. But we have to be prepared to, do some work, leading through the rest of this Kemetic year. So that's the first one for Lud. Your July decisions will shape your destiny. Next one, your heart will have a capacity for love. Your heart will have a capacity for love.
Make sure they're disease free. In July.
Oh man, and now I'm in July. All right, if you guys want to kill some time tonight and enjoy yourselves in the process, look up on YouTube Orson Welles' Frozen Peas. And then suddenly in July will make perfect sense.
And it will be hilarious.
Oh my God.
Just let them go find it.
Yes, we will not spoil it for you. It's hilarious. So for Lud, yes, your July decisions will shape your destiny. Your heart will have a capacity for love. Now, Jed Kanevitat. And I know there are lesser mortals that would cry if they saw that username, but we can parse that out because we know what it's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, this messed with my mind, okay, because I flip it over. This is actually the back of it, but it says, your next Chinese meal will bring you more cookies. And I'm like, wait, that cannot be it. It is actually not the fortune. That was the back of it. Now, good books are friends who are always ready to talk to us. So that is for Jedka Nebatat. Good books are friends who are always ready to talk to us. And if I may, I'm really going to be pushing physical media, especially because I've been hearing weird things about stuff going on with Kindles. But I can also say this, and if I may, for a moment, I always encourage everyone to, if you're interested in buying my books, I try to keep some in stock on my Etsy store, but also you can go and order them on Lulu. And if you do it there, then I don't have a huge chunk taken out. But if you go on Amazon, they take as much as 60% now off of authors that are, not using their system. And the problem with their system is they'll let you read most of the book for free. I had my novel there originally, but you could read all but the last 2 pages. And I'm like, that's not fair to indie authors, and Amazon is not fair at all to indie authors. And I know that there are other pagans that have published through Amazon, and stuff like that. Go and check and see what they're doing to your stuff. This is what I'd have to say. But in the meantime, go through Lulu, and I also advocate getting physical books. And the book that I'm working on now, I may not do an ebook version of it. I'll work on doing an audio book, and so people that either need accommodation because they can't read print very easily, or if you're overseas, because I realize that the shipping for print books going to Europe and elsewhere is quite high. But I'll try and do an audio book for you. But the thing with the ebooks is it's too easy to pirate them, and now you have to worry about AI. So it's it starts to beg the question of, is it worth it? And then you have on top of that, well, how much of a chunk is Amazon taking? Are they going to take 75% of my revenue? Because I have something, and again, I'll finish. But I'm going to be reissuing this. This is my first novel, and I made a new cover for it because it won an award. And can you see that? Does it look on the screen? Is it in focus?
Just barely. Nobody can see the name.
Okay, well, here we go. But yeah, it's not approved for distribution yet. I'm waiting on Barnes and Noble and Amazon to get that together. But as soon as it is, it'll be available in print form.
Yeah. Now, what's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Worlds Away from Here, and I'm using the name S.L. Broussard to distinguish it from my pagan books. But here's the thing. When it becomes available, I'd rather you buy it on Lulu anyway, because if you buy it on Amazon, I'm only going to get $5 for it, out of a list price of like $29.95.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like absolutely crazy, but that's Amazon for you.
Keep something in mind when you buy it off of Lulu instead of Amazon. Not only does she get a bigger cut, that also means that we can put more toward this church.
Yeah, well, it's towards lots of things, but that
towards
too.
The church, towards electricity, food,
and
everything it takes to do this.
Yeah. Pyrotechnics for future videos.
Yes.
But anyway, so as I said, I promised I'd keep that short. That was my sermon.
Yeah, that was our subparts for the week.
Yeah. So now we're doing a fortune for Mythwood.
I don't know if I would choose that nickname, but that's good.
Mythwood. Well,
yeah.
It would be fun to have a channel about ancient mythology and call it Myth Information.
Haha.
Although somebody may have done that already. Okay. For Mythwood, your intuition will guide you in August.
Summer's coming, y'all. Man, we got a big summer.
Yeah, forget winter's coming, okay? Summer is coming. Something's going down. Don't know what, but okay, sarcastic.
No way.
Yes way. Sarcastic. A deep and meaningful conversation with your close friend will lead to a breakthrough.
Good luck.
A deep and meaningful conversation with your close friend will lead to a breakthrough. So, have deep and meaningful conversations. So, let me see if I missed anybody here. What? Oh, goodness. Yeah. Orson Welles' Frozen Peas. Remember, Wells is spelled Wells. But, Nima, Nama Myoho Rengekyo. Okay, somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it was in the kanji. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm proud of myself. I recognized it. But yes. Nama Myoho Rengekyo. Okay, that yeah, I know the name of the pagan books, and then oh, and if you were asking about the novels, the first one is Worlds Away from Here. Now, the version that's up right now is the older one. I did a little bit of editing in order to submit it for the film festival, where it won an award. So, you know, the edits are in the new version as soon as it comes up. So I will let everyone know once it's up. I will be advertising it profusely. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a teaser because that's what I'm waiting on. And so I guess my prayer for Jehuti and for Seshat and Nisaba, who's the lady scribe in ancient Sumer, if they could please help me get that, you know, going so that I can start pushing that. I'm really excited, really hopeful. But if anybody else needs a cookie, you know, go ahead and toss that up there. And yeah, and yes, this is Nima had you know, pointed out the Gohanzon that we have back here. The funny thing with that, just, you know, a quick explanation for everyone. It represents something that happened in the Lotus Sutra. There was a ceremony in the air where, you know, the Buddha called forth all the bodhisattvas of the earth and all these other beings that he had taught in previous lifetimes. And this was when he was revealing that he had been a Buddha many times over. And, you know, there's some doctrine involved there. But the whole idea is that all these different beings who are represented in kanji and a couple of Sanskrit characters on here are all joining in that ceremony. And part of the description says you have all of these people from other places that, you know, his students at the time in ancient India had never known, had never seen before. And their entire retinues showed up out of nowhere and gave, you know, homage to the Buddha. And so what I like to imagine is that, yes, we have an Egyptian pantheon in front of them, but who's to say that they and all of us weren't in some other lifetimes, some other capacity, also involved in that, ceremony in the air, giving homage to the Buddha. So that's why it's up there. Hail unto you, Atum! Hail unto you, Khepri! You come into being upon a primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yanu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Oser Kentiamentu endures. As the name of Aset in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutak in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khmenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You've come in peace, O Khepri. You've come in peace, O Yanatru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Yanatru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. And again, prayers for everyone who's mourning right now, whether it's the loss of someone in their community, a beloved pet, family member, all of those. May the Netru put their arms in comfort around you, and may Ra's light shine upon you. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see the book cover, but I tell you what I'll do is, I like I said, once it's official and it's out, I will be posting it, Facebook and wherever else.
We might need to do a bite on it so we can put a picture of the cover up.
Yeah. Actually, what I can do is, and by the way, my next video, technically February's video, will be going live for everyone else on YouTube tomorrow afternoon. But if you want to see it early, it's on Patreon. Just $1 gets you the early access. And I'm going to put for everybody who's there, just not as a paid member, but just part of the community. I'm going to put some pictures up, some things that weren't in the video that didn't make it to that, or some stills of some fun things. So you'll get a few extras there too. And then of course we're going to be working on another one, in another week or so. So in the meantime, thank you guys so much. Lots of love. And you guys have a good weekend. And for everyone who might be, in a part of the world that celebrates it,
Happy Ramadan.
But also Mardi Gras is on Tuesday.
That's right. And
Carnival
Mardi Gras is Monday.
Yeah, but it's called Mardi Gras here in the American South and in francophone parts of the world. but it's also called Carnival. And it's all basically the last day before Ash Wednesday.
Right.
So there's going to be lots of people, observing fasting or some other kind of, abstinence during the month of March.
But this weekend through Tuesday, it is party.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing behind Mardi Gras. It's supposed to be the last day of indulgence before, you started that. So they'll be having fun. New Orleans, everybody, the city's practically shut down for the next few days. Darren actually gets, Monday and Tuesday off because of that. And because his office is based there. And
they used to give us the week off. I wish they would.
Well, it's kind of pushing it, but it's just a little cultural thing. Oh goodness! You know what? Before we go, Serrana had asked for a fortune, so let's. Oh, and Lisa Jesus makes me want jambalaya.
I want some too.
Lisa, are you from? Have you been in this part of the world? Here, let's get Serrano's fortune real quick. See, I absolutely will. I won't, shut everything down until I've made sure I've taken care of everybody. So, yeah, if I missed you, just toss that icon up there so I can spot it. Okay, so Serrana, the respect and help of influential people will soon be yours. The respect and help of influential people will soon be yours. Yeah, so don't be afraid to ask for it. Oh, okay. So unfortunately not yet. It's on my bucket list. We have a local Cajun restaurant, and jambalaya is my favorite.
Red or brown?
You know what? It's
a legit question.
Yeah. Also love gumbo. Well, I hope for an opportunity to share more about that, and if when we can get some kind of a convention together, because I do want to make that happen.
I would love the opportunity to make massive batches of such things.
Yeah. So yeah, there will be some food. We'll also have to talk to some of our Middle Eastern friends, see if they can do some catering. But there will be some local favorites too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, red is all they offer.
Oh, okay.
All right. And one thing I will say before I go, the closet on the opposite side of this room, I have a paper box. One of those big boxes full of reams of paper. I have one of those full of Mardi Gras beads. And I am saving them so that whenever we can get together and have a Kemetic, if we do some kind of a little, procession or whatever, in the hotel ballroom or whatever, we can have some of those. And so there'll be, presumably people participating and then people kind of on the sides, and we'll throw beads and stuff to you. So that's specifically what I'm saving it for. Yes, thank you guys so much. Safe weekend. Great week. And see you next Friday.
Same cat time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, just maybe save up a little bit, because there's a lot of stuff that's got to be, hashed out first. But I will let everyone know, long enough in advance that we can all plan for it and make it a big thing. But that'll be in the future. You guys be safe and well, and we'll see you next week.